Good morning, Tuesday morning. Yesterday was crazy. Today's going to be significantly crazier. Starting the day at breakfast at Facebook HQ, meeting the head of policy at Facebook Israel, Jordana Cutler, whose husband I went to college with, Adam. Going to be meeting with her, connected with her via my boy Tag Adler. Funny story there, more later. After that, to Sarona, to meet a woman named Eyal, who's married to Tzvika, the founder of Epistema. She's also a founder of a company, meeting her to hear about what she's up to. And then lunch with my favorite VC, Entrée Capital, my boy Eyal, and Efrat Cutler, who leads marketing there, catching up with them at Meat Kitchen, one of my favorite restaurants, and a couple other meetings. So all in all, an incredible day ahead. Here we go. To the new Azrieli Sarona Tower, where Facebook and Amazon and Magic Leap and everyone else is located. Came early enough to get parking. Doubt I'll be able to take the camera into Facebook, but maybe I will, and maybe I'll just have to get some approval from Corpcoms, corporate communications, because, you know, it's Facebook. But I am bringing the camera in, so we'll see what happens. The security at Facebook Israel is quite literally tighter than the Prime Minister's house. Last time they saw this camera, they almost had a heart attack. They're like, where are you going with that? What are you doing with that? But you have to understand, I mean, Facebook's the fastest growing company in the history of mankind, so kind of understandable. Now to find the elevators. And we're looking good. All right. Excellent. The amazing things about working in tech in Israel is that there are literally dining rooms called kosher. So I'm meeting my friend Jordana here, who's head of policy at Facebook, and I'm having the famous Facebook breakfast. Check this out. Man, I always have such mixed emotions when I go visit Facebook, because on the one hand, always, without exception, remarkable people. On the other hand, I can never get them on camera. But we did agree, Jordana and I, that I'm going to be coming in there and getting approval from the comms to do an interview. It was such an awesome meeting. She is truly an epic individual. Not surprised, but deeply, thoroughly impressed. And swag. Swag. That was quite a morning. There were like 3 or 4 meetings after the meeting at Facebook that could not be recorded due to confidentiality issues. And now heading to Meat Kitchen to meet Entrée Capital. One of the most fascinating VCs, honestly, because you probably never heard of them, right? They don't do very much marketing, but they have the most incredible portfolio, the most incredible returns, and Aviad is a legend, and so is Efrat. Love those guys. Pumped to catch up after many years. Good-looking guy.
No, it's very bright for the space.
You're a good-looking guy. It's on, by the way. I'm just letting you know on camera. I just said you're a good-looking guy.
No.
You gotta stop. You let her.
It's Israeli, like startups, you know, like everything has to go online.
Yes, we gotta work on. Listen, Avi, you have to stop being under the radar, man. You gotta stop being under the radar. I've been telling this dude for years. By the way. I am telling him. This is all on camera, by the way. This is all being recorded. I'm just letting you guys know that. Listen, you, Eyal, and Entrée Capital, but you specifically, are, as far as I'm concerned, the biggest enigma in the VC community. Why do I say that? Because everyone knows Andreessen, everyone even knows Vintage, everyone knows, you know, Sequoia, and even Aleph, and these guys are, yet somehow your portfolio is something the likes of which I have never heard of, and I didn't even know the tip of the iceberg until today. Who is Eyal? And name me right now some companies you've invested in. No saying no. Give me some companies.
Okay, so I've invested in some great Israeli companies. Okay. Companies like Riskified, Monday.com,
I know you invested in Riskified.
Housebody.
Do you have a place that you have all the whole portfolio like listed somewhere? Everything you've invested in?
Spreadsheet.
I just have a spreadsheet. That's all you have?
No.
How many investments have you made?
We have about 65, 70 investments.
Altogether? Both from the fund and from you?
Yeah, all around the world.
Okay.
So some of the well-known ones are overseas, are Stripe, Postmates, Deliveroo, Glovo.
I mean, those are like world-leading companies.
Coupang.
You can go on for hours.
Not for hours, but we've made a few good investments.
How?
Right place, right time, bit of luck, a lot of hard work.
Do you
chasing people
actually
down.
genuinely believe that this has nothing to do with your talent? Do you really believe that, honestly?
No, I think that it's got a lot to do with your passion, and I think it's a lot to do with hard work. You know, I was raised in South Africa, and there was a golf star who won the Masters, South African, called Gary Player, and they used to say to him, "How do you do so well?" He says, "Well, the harder I practice, the luckier I get."
Love that. Okay, again, enough said. But let me ask you something. I mean, let's just talk about one example. Snapchat.
Yes.
How does a guy living in Ra'anana get in on a deal like Snapchat? How does that even happen? Walk me through that process.
So what you should do is you should Google the best Series A ever. That's an article that was written online by one of the big publications. I don't think it was TechCrunch. I think it was one of the other ones.
VentureBeat, maybe?
And really where our involvement in Snapchat started was we invested in a small company based out of Utah, Salt Lake City, which we researched, we found them, we had a theory on what this company could become or what the space could become. We found this company as a result of the research. We became the biggest shareholders in that company, and then Snapchat's second acquisition ever that it did when it was still a private company was this company.
What company is that?
It was called Scan. And that's how we ended up being investors in Snapchat.
Got it. Okay, so that's somewhat of a logical explanation. But the rest of your investments are not logical. I mean, Deliveroo, what are they worth? What's their valuation now?
Look, it's a big company. It's a big company today, yes.
Multis.
Over $1 billion, yes.
Over $1 billion. All right, listen, Avi, I know that we're gonna have to work on the fact that you're like super humble. It's a problem, by the way. You're too humble. But the reality is that you really are the best kept secret because you get in on these deals well before anyone else. You guys, by the way, forget for 1 second the Snapchats, but even in Israel, Monday? I mean, talk to me about Monday. How big is Monday now?
Monday is also a unicorn, as you would describe today.
Israeli though, fully Israeli.
Fully Israeli. They have offices in the US now, but a more decent, serious bunch of founders, being Aran and Roy, you won't find.
Right.
And I was lucky enough that I believed in them, and I continue to believe in them when they went through a phase in their life where others didn't. But all kudos to them. They made the business big, and I was lucky enough to have a seat at the table.
You gotta stop using that word. It's offending me. It's not luck. Enough with the luck. What's luck? It's not. No. First of all, you don't even believe it.
No, skill. Let me explain skill. Skill is you bring us to Meat Kitchen. You order the 1 kilo.
Okay, let's talk about that for 1 second here.
The 1 kilo steak.
Forget the steak.
It comes perfect.
What'd you have as an
That's
appetizer?
skill.
Avi Eyal, what did you have as an appetizer? We're going on the record here.
All right, I'm not a liver person, but you convinced me to have the goose liver. Is that the goose liver?
It is goose liver. And when I said you were getting it, you literally said no. You said no.
I said no.
What did I say?
You said I had to have it.
I said I'm not asking you. Right? I twisted your arm and I said you got to try. And what happened?
And it was good.
Good?
It was excellent.
It was incredible.
It was excellent. Someone who never touches goose liver.
Never touch liver.
No, never touch liver.
Right. Goose liver's not liver.
It's a Jewish thing from from being an infant.
I'm not a liver guy either, but goose liver is just heaven. Anyway, listen, man. Bottom line is, huge fan of Avi Eyal of Entrée Capital. But you know that already. We also share two passions: meat and cars. So we should indulge more often in those passions. Drive around in some good cars together. Eat more meat together.
Lovely.
And listen, dude. Anything I could ever do in any way, shape, or form. It sounds like you're doing everything yourself. You don't need any help. But if ever anything pops into your head and I can help with anything,
there's always a ton of help one can get, even if it's just goose liver help.
Honestly, though, no jokes aside now. I mean, it's incredible what you've built, and it seems to me that you're not slowing down anytime soon.
We're not slowing down. All kudos to my partners. There's Ran Bielski here. There's Ran Achitovia. These guys are really.
It's humility, man. I'm telling you.
Creating the goods and bringing the goods.
By the way, I want to say one sentence.
I just signed checks.
Right. One sentence about good segue. It's like he's reading my mind. We're like a married couple. What kind of checks do you write?
So in Israel, we have a fund. We call it Early Stage Fund, Israel Fund 2. We also have a global fund. But in Israel, our fund writes checks from pre-seed stage to early A, one would say. We write checks from anywhere from $250,000 to $3-4 million. We have two types of investments. We have core investments where we write bigger checks, and we have angel investments where we join fund financing rounds, and we write smaller checks or smaller ideas that could become businesses. And we'd love to meet great founders and build great businesses.
You're a differentiator, I believe, or a differentiator because not many people people is you go in early.
I don't think that it's that we go in so early. I think it's we get to conviction a bit earlier. We're lucky because all of us have had experience as serial entrepreneurs, things like that. So we when we feel that we have conviction about something very quickly, we generally trust our gut.
And then you actually work with the company, obviously. You don't just write a check and you do your thing.
We hope to work with the company. We hope the company works with us.
But you do make investments pre-traction. You do?
Yes, we do.
That's not very common in Israel.
No, I think we try.
All right, listen, EntréeCapital.com?
EntréeCapital.vc.
.vc.
Yeah.
Eyal. If somebody wants to reach out to you, somebody wants to send you their deck, someone wants to get on your radar, what's the best way to do that?
The best way, come to our website, capital.vc, or send us an email to info@EntréeCapital.vc,
Or
reach out to me on LinkedIn.
Send me your deck, I'll pass it on.
Send him the deck.
But I just want to ask you one last question, and we'll end the interview with this last question. What's with the www? You realize that you don't have to write www.
No, but some people don't remember that.
No, but because I hear it on the radio all the time. www. I'm like, why? Like, you don't have to write www.
Because when you look at certain websites, I tell you, when we look at certain websites, what they do is that they either specify www at the exclusion of everything else, or they don't specify it. And so what happens is that if you go EntréeCapital.vc, it will come up.
Of course.
But there are websites that if you don't put the www, they won't come up.
Is that true?
Yep.
I didn't know that. News to me. All right.
Very small these days.
I didn't know that.
But
all right, listen, dude. Amazing.
Not on the record. That's our super secret stuff.
How's that steak? Most important. How's the steak?
Steak was terrific. You really know how to pick a steak.
That's great, right? Last time we ate a meat toast. This was better.
No, this was excellent, and I'll be back.
This is the first time you're here.
First time I'm here.
I can teach Aviad something. Look at that. Thank you so much, man. It was fantastic. Let's do it again soon.
Thank you for that.
And Efrat.
Hi.
That's what I'm talking about. We're big Efrat fans. I said it before and I'll say it again. I started this vlog for one reason and one reason only, and that is to give people like yourself a window into the people behind Israeli tech. Everyone knows Waze, everyone knows Mobileye, everyone knows Wix. But how many of you know the names Uri Levine, Amnon Shashua, and Avishai Avrahami? You don't know those names. That is because people don't know the founders behind Israeli tech. I know that the level and the caliber of people behind Israeli tech is unprecedented and unparalleled, and so I started this vlog. Today was, I would say, the epitome of that strategy. I gave you access to people who are just bananas, off the charts, like Jordana at Facebook, Eyal at Entrée Capital. It was an incredible day, and tomorrow is going to be equally nuts. See you then.